Hey guys, it's Mike from Next Opportunity Events here with your 5-Minute Friday update for September 18th. Today's update is going to be all about the Rough Trail Ultra Marathon. We are less than 2 months away from that race. If you haven't heard about the Rough Trail Ultra Marathon yet, make sure you check it out on our website at nextopportunityevents.com. The Rough Trail Ultra Marathon is our first race that we ever announced as a company, and so we're really excited to be getting really close to race day. And so if you haven't signed up yet, I really encourage you to do so while we still have spaces left. They're starting to fill up because people are starting to panic a little bit because it is filling up and we're getting close to race day. It's going to be one of the toughest races in the East, I promise you. We're talking about a total of over 12,000 feet of elevation change, some of the most technical, rugged terrain that you're going to see. Most of the climbs that you see during that race aren't going to be anything major compared to a lot of the other ultras. Most of the climbs during the race average anywhere from 400 to 500 feet, and most people, especially experienced ultra runners, aren't going to really be too intimidated by that. But here's the thing: there are nine of them, and 7 of them are in the last half of the race. So this race is just absolutely relentless. And those of you who know us, if you were with us at the Hot 100, you know we're not just here to do races, but we're here to give you an opportunity to find something out about yourself, to challenge yourself, to push yourself to and beyond limits that you didn't think you had. So this is the race to do that. If you haven't signed up yet, sign up today. The 50K is 31 miles of just pure hell. We also have a 22K. Now, a lot of you, hopefully you've seen the update already. We were previously calling that race a half marathon. It was a little over a half marathon to begin with, but you know, it's trail running, so we're not going to fret too much about the distances. But we made a decision recently, for safety's sake and just for logistics sake, to move the finish line a little bit further up into the campground so that it was away from more of the heavy traffic flow that we might see at the entrance to the campground. So in doing that and moving the finish line further up into the campground, the total distance for that race changed just slightly to about 13.9 miles, which is 22K. So for the sake of being a little bit more accurate and setting it apart a little bit, we decided to call it a 22K. So those of you who have already registered, nothing really changes. The actual course itself hasn't changed. We've just moved the finish line up into the campground a little bit. So don't worry, if you're thinking about signing up, the prices haven't changed. Nothing else has changed. We're just calling it something different. It was a half marathon. Now we're calling it a 22K, even though we just changed the course ever so much. We're just going to tack on a little bit there at the end, less than a half a mile, and it's all on pavement within the campground. So the actual trails that you're going to be running haven't changed a bit. So if you want to sign up today. Next week for 5-Minute Friday, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Rough Trail Ultra Marathon. You can find out full details about the race at nextopportunityevents.com. In addition to a little bit more details about the race, next week I'm also going to be talking a little bit about our sponsors, primarily Carson Footwear. Carson's a new company, a small company, but they make great shoes. They've been kind enough to give us a couple pairs to wear test as we've been promoting their sponsorship of the race. So next week I'm going to be doing a shoe review. I'm not a shoe reviewer. I'm not really a gearhead, if you will, but I want to tell you guys a little bit about the shoes. They've been kind enough to give us a couple pairs to wear test, and I'll give you full details, but nothing crazy. I'm not going to get into the technicalities of what kind of materials they're using or the specific measurements of everything, but we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about a really, really exciting, very important update to our prizes for the Rough Trail Ultra Marathon. So you're definitely going to want to check in and tune in next Friday for 5-Minute Friday for a shoe review, more details on the Rough Trail Ultra Marathon, and a special announcement about prizes for that race. Again, if you need anything from us, feel free to reach out to us on Twitter at NextOpEvents, Facebook, it's facebook.com/NextOpportunityEvents. Also check us out on the internet at www.nextopportunityevents.com.